Let me give you another example of stupidity and their weird obsession with NASCAR driver Bubba Wallace. So, I just want to point out how many times the Daily Wire has posted about this. This was 2 days ago when I saved this video. I know they posted about it yesterday because I commented on a group about it. I guarantee you they posted about Bubba. God, that story's old as fuck, and they're still posting about that. 15 hours ago. I'm surprised it was 15 hours ago. So it was today. I'm surprised it took me that long to get back to it. Here is... this isn't even one of their big name commentators talking about this shit. It's some girl I don't know the name of. We'll give her a try, though.
NASCAR driver Bubba Wallace erupted into a fit of rage during a race on Sunday after he caused a fellow driver to crash and then attacked him. The incident happened during Stage 2 of the South Point 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway when Wallace, who won Stage 1, was next to driver Kyle Larson when Larson attempted to pass him. Larson moved up the track and his car gave a slight tap to Wallace's car, causing Wallace's car to brush up against the wall. After high-fiving the wall a little bit, Wallace bounced into Larson's car and then continued by tracking Larson's car down the speedway and slamming into the rear of his car, causing both cars to spin out. Multiple reports said the move by Wallace to spin out Larson's car appeared to be intentional. NASCAR could penalize Wallace if they believed that his actions were deliberate. After both cars came to a stop, Wallace got out of his car.
Just normal shit. This is NASCAR. This is what people love about NASCAR.
Larson tried to get away from Wallace, and the physical.
The Daily Wire has made this a whole fucking thing.
Fans got a good look at the fight too. Videos of his tantrum went viral, with social media users calling Wallace a bully and a clown. Larson responded to the incident by saying that Wallace's aggression was not surprising. He said he knew Wallace was going to retaliate.
Yeah, I mean, he got to my right front and it got him tight into the wall and knew he was going to retaliate. So, like I said, I mean, he had a reason to be mad, but his race
yes, totally typical in NASCAR.
Until, he retaliated.
When asked if it was appropriate for Wallace to retaliate at that speed, Larson said no, as he pointed to the severity of injuries that could happen.
Is retaliation, Kyle, at that speed an acceptable thing?
I think with everything that's been going on here, head injuries and all that.
Not quite 200 miles an hour. They're probably doing like 180, 185.
I don't think it's probably the right thing to do.
Larson is right. They're driving hundreds of miles per hour. Intentional retaliation is nothing to take lightly.
They get like 210 at Talladega and Daytona.
Relaxed view of the incident. He said that most drivers have lost their cool and retaliated during races. It's nothing new. However, when Wallace was interviewed by the same person on camera, he took no responsibility for his actions and actually got snippy with the interviewer. The interviewer pointed out that Cliff Daniels, one of the top NASCAR crew chiefs, said that Wallace's actions amounted to intentional retaliation. Wallace disagrees.
What happened? Cliff Daniels said if that wasn't retaliation, I don't know what was. Was it intentional retaliation on your behalf?
Clint's smart enough to know how easy these cars break, so when you get shoved into the fence like deliberately like he did, trying to force me to lift, the steering was gone, so just so happened to be there.
He just so happened to be there? If you say so, Bubba.
I'm watching you.
He wanted, like, he's claiming that, like, which is perfectly reasonable, that the steering column had gone out on him from the hit in the where he went up against the wall, where Larson admitted he knocked him into the wall. Yeah, this is just normal NASCAR stuff. Daily Wire is making a whole big ordeal out of absolutely nothing. And what does this young lady know about NASCAR? Maybe she's a huge fan. I don't know. They are in Nashville now.
the blame to Larson, saying that he shouldn't have tried to pass him like that in the first place. The interviewer then asked Wallace if retaliation is acceptable, and him and the interviewer got into a bit of an argument.
When situations like this happen, Bubba, at this speed,
I wouldn't know about it.
An
I
acceptable
wouldn't
thing?
know about it if it wasn't for
I'm not fishing, I'm
the
just
Daily
asking
Wire.
you.
Wallace is facing a potential suspension here, and people are calling for Wallace's top sponsor, McDonald's, to reconsider their sponsorship with him. And Wallace's outburst has sparked calls for him to face criminal charges. Criminal charges. Not a garage door handle scared me crime, but a real crime.
Ooh, yep, that's what they're upset
You also yelled at me
about.
the last time I was here for taking off my mask, but
What? It's
Here's
a
a-
school board meeting. Oh, it's Dan Bongino. Auto played Dan Bongino over here. This is my personal Facebook. I didn't expect it. I didn't realize I was signed in on the Google over here. My God, that's laughable. That's absolutely laughable. I wouldn't have known about it if it wasn't for them. They brought it on us. Since we're on the sports, I want to point out this dude who is being a stand-up guy. This is Steph Curry. I don't know anything about the sporty ball. I believe he's one of the best players in the league, or at least like one of the best shooters. I think this is one of the playoff games. It's very high profile. And he's giving a shout out to Brittany Griner on her birthday.
And the opportunity to shout out a very special member of the basketball community. Brittany Griner's birthday is today. She's 32 years old. We want to continue to let her name be known, and we pray that it's been 243 days since she's been wrongfully incarcerated in Russia, and we hope that she comes home soon and everybody's doing their part to get her home. And the
Mox is like, he's decent. So he's not one of the best players in the league. I'd been led to believe this. They're not like one of the best teams. They're not on their way to win another championship or some shit. I don't know anything about basketball. I'm asking you guys. I like that shit that Bubba Wallace did. Like that's what NASCAR made a name over. Now, there are discrepancies in different tracks. Like they were at Las Vegas, is what they call an intermediate track. It's like 1.5 miles. They're only going about 180, 185. Once their tires wear down and shit, they're probably like 170 something or 172, 73, somewhere in that fucking range, right? You go to a smaller track like a Bristol, a Martinsville or something, you're only going like 120 miles an hour. Only 120 miles an hour. Only 110 miles an hour. So those tracks were known more for the bumping and grinding and shit and bumping people up into the wall. They fucking covered Bristol in dirt. I'd love to go to that. I'd love to go to a race at the Bristol track with covered in fucking dirt. I don't think the drivers like it very much, but I think it was a success in terms of getting people to the track. Oh God, yeah, those tracks are insanely sloped. Yeah, that's what, like, you know, that's taking racing back to its roots. Racing, I even said racing, not racing. Racing is like Formula 1 and shit. Racing, that's NASCAR. This is a complete different sport. Racing, you got your open wheels and your shit like that. You got some drag racing. I got some hair in my mouth. You got drag racing too. I mean, like, I'd say some people that participate in drag racing also call it racing. You down at the dirt track on a Saturday night, you're doing racing.